Government weather manipulation is now officially out of control. They say the storm came from the Gulf, but some believe it came from a plane. Over 100 dead, thousands displaced, and a question flooding social media. Was this a government operation to control the weather? A black op? Gone wrong? This was a deluge. A flash flood that struck with little warning, crushing communities from Austin to Temple. But here's what the news outlets aren't admitting. Texas was actively engaged in cloud seeding operations, just days before the floods. That means that the government did indeed attempt to manufacture rain, that it may have fueled the Texas flood. Cloud seeding. A weather modification technique where planes inject silver iodide into clouds has existed for decades. Governments have used it to make rain, clear skies, and in some cases, they even used it during war. In Vietnam, the U.S. ran a secret project called Operation Popeye. The goal? Make it rain so much the Ho Chi Minh Trail became a river of mud. That was the 1970s. What do you think they're doing now? The Texas Weather Modification Board publicly confirms ongoing cloud seeding flights. They've been operating in West Texas, Central Texas, and the Hill Country. July 2025 was no exception. But here's where it gets darker. The flood hit after an aggressive round of these seeding missions, and meteorologists were caught off guard. They didn't see the volume coming, they didn't see the timing, and when asked, they offered one line. It was a fluke. But what if it wasn't? What if this wasn't a natural disaster, but an engineered one? Some believe the flood was the result of a botched geoengineering experiment. That Texas, gripped by record drought and searing heat waves, was targeted. Not with malice, but with misplaced ambition. The theory goes like this. A covert project to stimulate rainfall goes too far. Storm cells merge, moisture compounds, and a manipulated sky turns into a near-biblical flood. Others aren't so forgiving. What if this was a test? A weather warfare drill over domestic soil? How fast could FEMA respond? How would Texans react? Would they demand more federal help? Or beg for less? And then, there's the money. Every disaster triggers a cascade of federal funds, disaster relief contracts, and emergency authorizations. Could this flood have been manufactured chaos designed to unlock billions? Or worse, was it a displacement operation? Force rural Texans out of strategic land. Wipe out infrastructure in preparation for a new, controlled rebuild. Sound far-fetched? Then explain this. Why did a man attack a weather radar tower in Oklahoma days later? Why did Rainmaker, a private cloud seeding contractor, receive death threats? Why did Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and General Michael Flynn both claim within hours that the government caused it? Are they wrong? Or do they know something we don't? Let's talk about plausible deniability. Cloud seeding isn't a secret. It's acknowledged. But its scale, intensity, and lack of regulation are anything but public. Planes can take off, drop chemical payloads, and disappear without a trace. And if it rains, they just call it nature. No accountability, no oversight, no way to trace a drop. And yet, this is the same government that denied MKUltra, COINTELPRO, and mass surveillance until documents forced their hand. The Texas floods may have been a freak act of weather, but the people asking questions aren't crazy. They're awake. Because when it comes to climate, chaos, and control, the line between conspiracy and policy gets thinner every year. We aren't accusing the government of maliciously creating a flood in order to kill hundreds of people. But they probably did create a flood, and it has killed over 100. If the government controls the weather, What other aspects of our lives are they already controlling?